Hi Ian, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your video eval. Okay, so the first thing we do when we do these things, we start with your setup. Okay, so let's go back. Get both feet on the ground here. Okay, I'm not sure what you're doing there. That's how you start your swing. That open. Which, I guess I don't mind that. We just got to make sure that when we take your stride that we're going to get back to parallel. Okay. And I can't tell which angle the pitcher's coming from, so this may be more like parallel for where it looks like you're facing out kind of at an angle towards him. So I'm going to assume that that's the angle to get back to parallel. So let's see what you do here when you take your stride. Okay, so you do. So that's good. Okay, so Ian, I'm just gonna give you a penny's worth of advice. Okay, that move you make. Let me watch the rest of your swings real quick here. Let me see if you do that every time or not. Oh, you switch hit. Okay. Okay, so you don't do it left-handed, you just do it right-handed. So let's stop this and go back to your right-handed swing. So if you're going to do that, buddy, which is fine, just understand that you better be very good about landing in the same spot every time. Okay, and that can be done. It'll take a lot of practice. So just going through your setup and loading and striding and putting a piece of tape in the ground or paint a spot in the garage or something so that your foot's landing in the same spot every time. Because if it's not, it's going to be very difficult for you to have what we call a repeatable swing. Okay, and that's the key and the goal of every hitter I've ever worked with, or at the major league level or the minor league level or college or high school or youth baseball, is they have to be repeatable. If your feet aren't repeatable, it's pretty hard for us to expect to get your hands and the rest of your body to be repeatable with that. So it's really crucial to have something that you can do that's going to be repeatable. Okay, so kind of the rule of thumb, Ian, is that the simpler you can make your approach to hitting, the better chance you have to become a hitter. Okay, the simpler your setup is, the simpler your stride is, the simpler your swing is, the better opportunity you have to repeat it, which gives you a better opportunity to be successful. Without repeatability, boy, it's shooting in the dark, so to speak. So just be careful with that part of it. So let's take a look at just your swing aspect. We'll forget about what you're doing with your feet. Let's take a look at your bat path and see what your bat path is doing. Okay, so a really good job there of keeping your barrel up and then dropping your hands down into the slot, getting that bat level, and being in a good position to hit with. Now, I can't see because your back leg's in the way there. Let's talk about your back leg a little bit. That's really good. Nice inverted C there. That's really good. If your leg is going to stay that way through your front leg, if it's going to stay like that throughout your swing, that is really good. Nice little bend to it. It's not locked out. Okay, because we don't want that. Point of contact. That looks like it's all in good shape. The only thing I don't like about it is your front foot appears to be open instead of closed. And why that's important, Ian, is when you drive your leg down like you are, you're driving that back knee down, you have to drive that back knee down into something. Okay, if you have that front foot open, you're just flushing that energy you created right out the front window. And it looks like you have some juice in that swing, so you want to make sure you capture that juice and don't let that leak out the front end. Okay, so let's flip you over to your oppo side and do the same thing on the oppo side here and take a look here. Okay, so the first thing I see is that you don't have the same move left-handed as you do right-handed. Okay, you get more in a neutral, natural, simple setup that I like right there. That's beautiful. Okay, your hand's in a great position to hit there. Let's see what you do here. A nice load. Okay, so let's look at your foot. Okay, so your foot went from being parallel to going kind of open. Okay, that's something I'd fight strenuously, Ian, because that's gonna, again, it opens up your front hip. It opens up your front shoulder when you start your swing, and nothing good happens from starting up in a kind of a negative position, having your front hip open. So I would try to stride so that when you take your stride, buddy, that you're just like you are right there, which is parallel. And don't open up that front foot. Okay, but bat path, again, it looks very similar to your right-handed swing. You do a great job of getting that bat to the contact area on a flat plane. Again, you see the same thing in your back leg. Very good job here. Okay, very good job there. And you just got to make sure you keep your front foot closed when you do that. Let's watch your finish. Classic left-handed finish. High above your, yeah, very good. So, only thing I would concern myself with your stuff right now, Ian, is your setup on both sides. Stride straight. Whoops. Stride straight. Don't stride open. Don't stride closed. Stride right towards the pitcher. Keep that front foot as closed as possible throughout your swing. Keep driving that back knee down to the inside of that front foot, and you'll see a definitely increase in how far you're hitting a baseball. Hey, thanks for coming to ABC Baseball Camps, and we'll see you next year.